record.
Hello everybody, and today I'm going to be showing you how
Hello everybody, and
I'm going to be showing you
I'm going to be showing you
I'm going to be telling you the piggy story. Let me just mute my mixer.
The pig. I'm going to be telling you the.
So, here we go. So, the player, who is a police officer, is searching for George Pig. Alright? Is searching for George Pig. After he went missing in the house, Piggy creeps behind the player and hits them with a bat. The player wakes up in a bedroom. Ending, the player manages to escape the house and runs to the closest police station. Chapter 2, Station. Beginning. After making it to the station, the speaker goes off. Attention! A monster is in the station. Get to the garage. From the player must open the garage. Ending. From there, the player must open to the garage. Ending. The player meets Doggy. They escape by driving out of the station into the city. Chapter 3, Gallery. Beginning. After running out of gas and being completely surrounded by monsters, the player and Doggy flee into the nearby gallery. Alright, Piggy follows them inside. Ending. The player and Doggy escape the gallery and run off into the wild, hoping that the monsters won't follow them. Chapter 4, Forest. Beginning. Beginning. 4 weeks later, that the player and Doggy are staying. 4 weeks later, the player and Doggy are staying at the campground. Doggy tells the player to go to sleep. While the player is sleeping, three sounds play: Doggy barking, a gulp sound, and the sound of grass breaking is heard. The player wakes up to see that Doggy has become a monster. The player ends up escaping Piggy and Doggy. Before they leave, though, a walkie-talkie goes off. Hello, can anyone hear me? Beginning. The player end up talking to the walkie-talkie. The person behind the communications revealed himself to be Mr. P. He tells the player about a friend who is stuck in a school, and when they save her, they should meet him in the sewer. The player meets Bunny, who by using a crossbow and a carrot as ammunition can knock out Piggy. The player and Bunny go to the sewer and meet Mr. P. Ending. When the player and Bunny arrive, they meet up with Mr. P. The player doesn't feel good, and they black out. The cutscene ending with the player in a hospital. Doggy is seen as a hallucination looking at the player. Chapter 6, Hospital. Beginning. The player wakes up to see Bunny beside them. The player wakes up. Wait, hold on. Beginning. The player wakes up to see Bunny beside them. Bunny tells the player it's not safe, and Mr. P is waiting. Hello, I'm reading the story of Piggy to people on YouTube. What is it called? Where was I? Bunny tells the player it's not safe, and Mr. P is waiting for them on the roof. Ending, the player and Bunny make it. The player and Bunny make it up to the roof to find out Mr. P has left, leaving everyone behind in the process. Chapter 7, Metro, beginning. The player and Bunny fell into the metro. Bunny starts feeling tired. Bunny starts feeling tired, so they stop. Bunny rests while the player tries to get the train opening. Ending. The player successfully operates the train in the metro. Yeah, you can play. However, Bunny reveals that she drank a potion given by Mr. P and she could possibly turn into a monster. This happened to Doggy, but off screen. The player doesn't care, but Bunny insists on leaving behind. As this happens, you hear the Bunny theme played in the skin shop. Chapter 8, Carnival, beginning. You can't? Okay. Beginning. Zizzy and Pony show the player, Zizzy and Pony show the player where the safe house is, but they have to turn off the defenses to get in. Ending. The player, Zizzy and Pony make it the past and defenses and explain their backstories. Alright, I'm gonna have to just camp here because I can't really walk right now. The thing beginning. Okay, more. A strange noise comes from the dump. City. Chapter 9, City. Zizzy and Pony show the player where the safe house is, but they have to turn their defenses to get in. Did I literally just... Well, I just skipped... Alright, we'll just skip Chapter 8 because everybody has completed it before. Chapter 9, beginning. Zizzy and Pony show the player where the safe house is, but they have to turn off the defenses to get in. Ending. The player, Zizzy and Pony make it past the defenses and explain their backstories. A strange noise comes from the dumpster. The player and Zizzy go and investigate the noise. Chapter 10, Mall, beginning. The thing hiding behind the dumpster runs off and into the nearby mall. While there, Zizzy and the player get attacked by a robot, Piggy. Ending. The player and Zizzy manage to get through the room where it was hiding. The thing ends up being George Pig, the character who disappears in Chapter 1. The player and Zizzy bring George to the safe house and meet up with other survivors. Chapter 11, Outpost, beginning. Pony, Zizzy, and the player find the outpost where the helicopter signal was discovered. Before the player, Pony and Zizzy head into a building to find Mr. P. George Pig shows up and a huge crowd of monsters follows behind him. Pony and Zizzy defend the building while the player and George Pig head into the building only to discover that Mr. P has been turned into a cyborg. Alright, bonus chapter, Disordered Memory. In this chapter, the player plays as George Pig, which we're not in disordered memory, but it's the house, like disordered memory. George Pig, and remember, this is before the whole story starts. This is like before the house and stuff. All right, beginning. George Pig wakes up from a nightmare when he asks his sister something but realizes that she is missing. He searches for her in a broken version of the house. Ending. George Piggy saw Penny Pig, aka Peppa Pig, Piggy, or whatever you call him, his sister, and called out to her. However, she didn't turn back and walked away. George falls to the floor, saying he doesn't feel too well, and his eyes glow red. Suddenly, he wakes up in the room where he was found in the mall, revealing that his past events was all a nightmare. Alright, and that's where the story leaves off to be chapter 12 after that. YouTube, I hope you enjoyed, and Mixer, I'll keep on streaming. Here. Okay. Let me do this, and goodbye.